aspects of what's been announced this week at Microsoft Ignite. We're doing this live within Microsoft Teams, YouTube, as well as over on Twitter. And I am using StreamYard to stream to all three of those platforms. So we'll walk through that as well as part of our broadcast today. You can join me over on YouTube at an address here. Let's throw it up on the screen. Share my screen here. Share screen one. And that address for Tech Thursday is aka.ms/Tech Thursday. So aka.ms/Tech Thursday. And you'll come to our live broadcast here. So the way we're doing today's production is I am leveraging StreamYard. And StreamYard is an application that lets me do up to 3 streams. And you can see here that I have the streams on YouTube, Twitter, and then I'm connected to Microsoft Teams as a third output location through the software. So Teams is showing all this content to anybody that is connected through that. You can also attach through my Twitter, which is Stilldrey, S-T-I-L-L-D-R-E-Y, or you can connect over on YouTube. And to avoid the distraction of all the little icons I have on my desktop, I'm going to hide those as we get started here. Well, the first thing this week that was announced was Microsoft's Ignite conference. So if we look at some of the Ignite announcements, we can go to Microsoft Ignite 2021, do a site:/Microsoft.com to get only results from Microsoft.com or myignite.Microsoft.com. And you'll see that the Book of News has been produced for Microsoft Ignite. If you're looking for information, whether it is related to Teams or Azure or any other area of Microsoft, this is a great place to start. And the table of contents is available. I can see Azure, data centers, Internet of Things, mixed reality, Windows Virtual Desktop. There's a business applications category. Industry cloud information was announced. And then Microsoft Teams is probably most top of mind for me right now. And I can look through those different categories of information and just see what was announced this week at Microsoft Ignite. The site:/switch within Bing is something I use all the time if I'm looking for Microsoft specific answers as opposed to other blogs or people that might be covering the information that I have interest in checking out. So site:/whatever website you want to use, and then it picks up anything within that domain. So it picks up my Ignite, blogs.Microsoft.com, news.Microsoft.com, what else? Docs.Microsoft.com. You can see all of the options are ending in Microsoft.com. The only exception to this, we can see here on the top of page 2, Veeam has an ad about their involvement with Ignite 2021. So you do get potentially ads that might be from other addresses or websites within those results. So going back to StreamYard, I can remove my screen share and just do video as what I'm sharing through the live stream. What else today for Tech Thursday? Somebody had asked and voted on LinkedIn about whether they wanted to learn about the iRobot that we leverage at the house, whether they wanted to hear about the Mac with the Touch Bar or the M1 ARM processor. And guess what? The iRobot won the voting. Haven't figured out an easy way to show my iPhone app for our iRobot, but I do have an app that allows me to start vacuuming with our iRobot and control that through the app. So I do have the ability to go ahead and kick that off and have it pick up after our cats, which shed. We have 3 cats and a dog. And that's probably the primary thing that we've noticed with the iRobot Roomba is it fills up with just cat hair and dust even after we've cleaned. And it's completely automated. So we kick it off from the app, or you can just touch the Roomba and it kicks off and goes around the house. The dog tries to chase it and barks at it. But other than that, it's been a really good way to clean and get a lot of the dust off of the floors. If you haven't seen a iRobot Roomba, maybe I'll take a quick video of it next week and post that for Tech Thursday as well. Other things this week that are top of mind for me are related to streaming and producing live events. Microsoft has live event capabilities right within the Microsoft Teams application. However, I can also use RTMP services such as StreamYard to also produce those streams. And so if I share my screen again, you can see that I go to StreamYard and then I can connect to different broadcasts, including other RTMP addresses. And by attaching to an RTMP server, which I get out of the Teams interface when I set up a live event, and then put in the other information, I can broadcast to Teams and with StreamYard and a license for up to 2 other streaming services. Those could be LinkedIn Live if I get approval. They can be YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. There's a lot of different destinations. I'm limited to 3 with the Pro plan. StreamYard does have a additional license that allows you to stream up to, I believe, 8 different platforms at once. So if I wanted to do all 8 different platforms, I could leverage the next level of licensing with StreamYard to do so. The thing I like about StreamYard, and I was introduced this from a friend, Leandra Jordan, who works for Microsoft now, is that it's all web-based. So unlike OBS or Open Broadcaster software, I don't have to download anything. I don't have to install anything on my computers. I just go to a website. They send you a code to your email address, so there is no password to remember for the service. And the code and your email address are your key into the software. And then it's very easy to invite up to 10 guests and video feeds within the software, which is another thing I really like. So you can see here at the bottom, I've got my video and then my desktop sharing. I can very quickly go down to the bottom and send invites to other people that might want to join me. and then they come in through their browser. And we tested this with somebody on a phone, worked perfectly fine from a phone browser. They just had a different aspect ratio to deal with than maybe a desktop computer or a larger device with a browser. And I can do up to 10, so I would have the control of the different feeds of video and then different layouts of video as well available. So I can do side-by-side video, focus in on one person, or even put video beside a screen share from one of the participants that's sharing either a website or whatever content they're sharing from their computer screen. So StreamYard is the other thing that's been top of mind for me this week, besides a lot of training and the Microsoft Ignite announcements around Teams and many other Microsoft applications. There's been information about Viva shared this week, as well as mixed reality announcements. And the other thing that I have interest in playing around with is the HoloLens and taking a look at how that works with some of the announcements that were made this week. If you have thoughts for next Tech Thursday, I would love to hear about them. Feel free to make a comment. And we will see you next Thursday live on at least YouTube, Teams, and I'll probably choose Twitter as the third platform. I might switch over to Facebook just to mix things up. I hope you have a great week and rest of the week and weekend, everyone. Thanks for attending.